Many of us know the financial and tax benefits of homeownership, but what about the non-financial benefits of homeownership? What are they, and are they worth the price of admission? Let's take a look. Welcome to another real estate market update for November 2021. I'm Erik Braceland with Braceland Homes here in sunny San Diego, California, where we guarantee the sale and/or purchase of your home. Here on the Braceland Homes channel, we cover topics related to buying and selling, residential real estate, and trends happening across the housing market. So I have this picture representing a home, and you can see a little desk there. It's probably a familiar sight for many of you over the last year. At some time or another, many of us have worked from our home, certainly during the lockdown period. Different states, different regulations. These were implemented and lifted at different times, but no doubt many of us experienced a new meaning and a new take on what home means to us during the pandemic. Many of us had to figure out how to work, how to educate our kids, how to do everything we needed to get done, all from our home. I think as we go into next year, just like I talked about last week with the prices rising and interest rates rising, it's going to cost more to buy a home. But there's more to buying and owning a home than dollars and cents. There are intangibles that come along with homeownership that are really important to keep in mind when you're deciding if you can afford a home. When all these are factored into your decision to buy a home, can you really afford not to buy? I want to talk to you in this segment about the non-financial benefits of homeownership and give you the latest information on what's happening in that area. I think we're seeing a different housing trend than what we saw previously in this country, and I do want to highlight that for you, but I want to start here. Don Layton from Harvard University says, homeownership is regarded as causing an improvement in the quality of life of a typical family. It is the most common method for such a family to build wealth that can be used for retirement or other needs, including helping the next generation. It goes on to say, such wealth creation therefore provides a major social as well as economic benefit. Homeownership and wealth have always been linked, and we've been talking a lot over the last year about the economic benefits with rising prices and equity rising across the country. If you've been following me, I think you're well prepared for that. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on what's new in the housing market. Anyway, let's talk about the non-financial benefits and what that's looked like coming over the last year and a half across the country. Unison just released a report titled The 2021 State of the American Homeowner, and it says this: 64% of American homeowners say living through a pandemic has made their home more important than ever to them. All of us could probably say on some level that this has been true for us as well. I've had to work at home. I've had to educate my kids at home. I've had to work out at home. And I have had to entertain myself, etc. The list just goes on and on. Home has become more important than ever. 83% of homeowners say their home has kept them safe during the pandemic. And 91% of homeowners say they feel secure and or stable or successful owning a home. So home has definitely taken on a new meaning for folks. We can say confidently that homeownership and the non-financial benefits of homeownership are growing. And here's why. Think back to 2010. Think about that time in our country. Many people were saying, I don't know if the American dream is still owning a home. We saw a lot of people lose value in their homes in the recession, the Great Recession, and the housing crisis. I'm pretty sure that's not what folks want to do. Certainly young people that saw their parents go through that, they may not want to own a home. I think we can say that today things are happening differently, coming out of this crisis of the pandemic. I'm not suggesting we're fully out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a lot in the rearview mirror. Home has become much, much more important. I think this question will come up again and again as we head into the holidays. You'll encounter family and friends that ask, when is the housing market going to crash? My response to this would be, do you think home is becoming more important or less important to people? Do you think more people want to buy a home today or less people want to buy a home? And you can share what you've learned here. Going back to the State of the American Homeowner report, they say, last year staying home became a necessity and that caused many homeowners to have a renewed gratitude for the roof over their head. And there is no doubt during this pandemic that home, the gratitude for a place to live, and the gratitude for safety became something that we've certainly never seen before in our lifetime. It became much more important to people across the country. Matter of fact, inside of that study, Homeowners that feel emotionally attached to their home. Pre-pandemic, that was about 58%. Now it's 70%, a dramatic rise in the number of people that say, I feel more attached to my home after going through the pandemic. And that makes sense. It makes sense for all of us that have been through all that we have over the last year and a half. Mark Fleming from First American sums it up beautifully. He says, buying a home is not just a financial decision, it's also a lifestyle decision. And going back to where we started, I'd urge you, if you are planning to make a home purchase, to consider all the benefits of homeownership when making your decision. It's not just about the financial cost. Think about the security and peace of mind for you and your family. The flexibility home ownership can provide. What is that worth? Cost aside, is now the right time for you and your family to make a move? Can you afford to buy a home right now? Can you afford not to? And is it still worth owning a home if you strip away the appreciation and tax savings? I really think it is, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on the subject, so please let me know in the comments below. And that's a wrap for this edition of our real estate market update. And from everyone here at Braceland Homes, thank you for the time you've invested in watching this and for the time that you spend to be aware of what's happening in our current housing market. Make sure you tune into our channel every Thursday morning at 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to get up to speed on all the current housing market changes. You'll enjoy a better, more successful experience because of it. If you've enjoyed this content or found it helpful, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to our channel and share this content with someone you like, or with someone thinking of buying or selling a home. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.